Yeah, so cold, rainy day. Kevin and I were just sitting here talking while we're waiting for one of our students to show up to get some filming in today about, just what do I do when I show up to the range to get loose? What do I do to make sure I'm applying the things I've been working on in my swing? I'll talk to you a little about what I'm working on right now with my own swing. Besides just doing some simple rotational stretches, just get the body moving, it's really, for me, I do a lot of stretching with a golf club in my hand. For example, I take it right into what I'm working on. I'm always working on getting my hands down the line of my feet a little longer. I tend to get my hands a little in a little early, and I make a pretty good recovery move, but I'm just trying to create a little bit more space. I'm definitely staying centered when I do that, using this shoulder to push my hands down the line of my feet longer, create a little more width and separation between my trail shoulder and my hands. So I'm definitely trying to turn, but push my hands away from me. Like I said, I just get more freedom of movement. So what I'll do a lot of times when I warm up, I'll just make sure I get into that position and then rotate through. One of the things also in the morning, the rotation, just the older I get a little, I don't feel as free through impact. So, for me, it's all about, from here, getting into my left heel. And how I do that is I just feel my left hip get so far behind me, the right one never has a chance to move closer. So hands out in front of me, the left one back. I always make sure my hands are moving with my hips, but I'll hit a lot of shots like this when I show up to start the day. Boom. And just feel everything be more of what I need in the swing, which is out in front of me, connected, left hip back. I might do 10 of those before I, start hitting shots. But yeah, a slight little stretch routine. I don't go crazy. I just do some simple things like rotational stuff, just get my body moving. Really for me, I've always been one to just do more of the stretching with golf club in hand. I know it sounds, some of the health experts out there are going to say, oh, you got to have a whole routine. Well, for me, I've been successful just doing little things like that, getting the golf club, not stressing my body out by swinging too hard right away, feeling what I need to work on. Those are good little swings. Why I like to stop, here's why I like to stop. I like to stop because it guarantees I'm in the right spot. It gives me a chance to really feel where I need to be throughout my swing. And then I can really feel connection and feel the hip and the grip move together through impact. So that's always been something that I like. But, I thought, how do I get loose? How do I still mentally trigger the spots that I need to hit in my swing? That's how I do it. So then once I get moving, I'm not really worried on the first 10, 15 swings of the day where the ball is going. It ends up actually working out pretty well for me, but I'm just trying to get the body moving. Get comfortable in my setup. That one happened to be about as good as it can get. Kevin and I have been, like I said, warming up a little bit this morning, but when you show up to the golf course, just find a way to get your body loose, but at the same time, apply the things you're working on. So that by the time the first 20 little shots, that you hit of maybe stop, go, your body starts to loosen up, you can become a little bit more mindless about what you're working on, and you're just chasing a feeling as opposed to all the thoughts. Okay, so that's a big one right there. And don't be so concerned the first few shots of the day about hitting it perfectly down the line. You're actually going to end up hitting it straighter, swinging more freely and letting it go. So for me, it's all about range of motion, getting my body moving, feeling loose, feeling free. And that always ends up turning into straighter shots. I start trying to hit straight shots. I start trying to hit it right at a pin. Sometimes that's when I get a little bit guidey and I don't get that freedom of movement to start the day. And I think that's something that can open up everybody's, like a better word, free everybody up, right? And start actually getting, it's that constant rotation, it's that rhythm that I'm looking for, because that's what really stabilizes the club face. So when I'm in here, after feeling out a couple swings of, where I should be, I'm just trying to get the body moving and get free swings. Feel good in my setup, get those hands out in front of me here. Rotate through impact. And see, I finished right in my left heel here, and I feel good about that swing. That ball went about 4 yards left of where I was aiming, hit it really well, but I'm not concerned about the left. I was more concerned about, I felt good back here, I felt good range of motion through impact, and I didn't feel any speed bumps in my swing. That's the real key. I want to get out here as quickly as possible in the morning and try to get all those little speed bumps out of my swing. There we go. So hopefully those little tips help you guys warm up a little bit better. Come out with a purpose. Remember, when you're on the range warming up, the key is to warm up. The key is to get loose. The key is to get your body feeling good. And then, as you progress with that session, well, now you can start aiming at some targets and making sure you're hitting it down the line. See a shot shape that day that you know that you're going to be playing with all day. There's parts of your session that should be, geared towards, for example, warming up. Then I have maybe a couple game time shots that I take myself seriously and say, okay, besides the purpose of just getting my body moving, I'm going to pick a spot, pick a target, create a little on-course feeling. So when I get to the course, I'm practicing as intensely as I play. So when I get to the course, I can play as casually as I practice, all right? All right, you guys, play better. At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.